and I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative now.
Sugar.
So that is, for the record, a d20, and you add to that your dexterity modifier.
I need a new dice. I got a 4.
Okay.
I got 18.
I mean, if you need someone to, like, flip a table, that'd be me.
Yeah. What was Jack's order?
12 plus 3, I think it is, isn't it?
So 15. Wendy's was 3. Is that right? And Alan's was...
13.
That bookcase has really sucked you in, hasn't it?
I just want craftsmanship.
So Wendy's officially the kind of person who goes into a bric-a-brac store and comes out 3 days later.
It's very on brand.
What is... Oh, no, I don't need to ask that. That's fine. That's great.
He's doing this to unnerve us. He's doing it on purpose.
Easy? Am I? Yes.
Sorry.
What's your max XP? Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's not important.
Make a perception check.
So to start with, it is Farria's turn. On your turn, I'm going to let you make another perception check.
Okay. 19.
Will not do it, I'm afraid. You were looking for a 20.
Oh, God. Wow.
Oh, no.
So, and now I can add one more initiative to the thing. So let's just do this.
I'm a long way away from my friends.
Let me just add this in.
I'm at least outside.
Okay.
Just smooching around.
I'm reading. Just reading. I'm going to take a swig from my so-called water skin as well.
All right, so Farria, you're looking around the back of the statue around here, and take something on the GM layer.
Oh no!
Let's give you a turn. That comes in there, and then I will make you visible. Okay, so you should now see something added to the map.
Okay.
Oh no.
And Farria, you kind of look up because you hadn't looked up yet.
Okay.
But you kind of feel the wind on your face, and it's a nice cool breeze. And you look up, and it's a nice change to the kind of sewery smell you've been following. And up on the statue is something that, at first glance, it looks like it might be a rat, but But then you go, wait, no, rats don't have visible brains. That's weird. And what this looks like, more than anything else, is just a little brain with little scurrying claw-like bony legs. And it doesn't have eyes, but you kind of feel it looking down at you. And I'm going to ask you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no. Okay.
As you kind of feel it looking, its intense presence on you, and something scrabbles at the edges of your mind.
Well, yes, it does. 2.
Oh, no. That is not... That is not what you needed. So I'm just going to roll some dice here for damage.
No.
I'm nice, but I'm not smart.
How many hit points do you have?
8.
Okay. You feel suddenly your brain feels like it's on fire. There's this intense explosion of pain. Oh God, I also have to do this. And you feel something drained out of you, being pulled into this creature. You were very lucky there. Please lose 3 intelligence points temporarily.
Okay.
I rolled 3d6 there and rolled 3 ones.
Ooh.
That could have
I
been very
cannot
bad.
lose any.
Unfortunately, you also take 10 hit points of psychic damage.
I am unconscious.
Cool. So you all hear from out in the quad a scream.
Okay.
And it is, in the turn order, it is Jack's turn. Let's go back to the office.
My hand automatically goes straight to my short bow.
Uh-huh.
And yeah,
And I'm just going to put in... So the window's here. I'm just drawing these little blue lines.
yeah. So I leap over to the window holding my short bow and see if there's anything I can shoot at.
Super. So let's move you. So it's... Yeah, you can get to the window easily, and let's have a look out. How far is it to this thing? So you see out the window Farrier by one of the statues. You can just see past some of the shrubbery as is falling over after screaming. A look of intense pain on her face. And you can just about see some little tiny creature on the statue above her. It's about 80 feet away from you. Let me just check the range on your short bow. So the kind of the range that your short bow is effective is up to 320 feet, but over 80 feet you make rolls at disadvantage because that's a long range. So this is just within range where you could fire a shot and have a reasonable chance of hitting it.
How close is it to Farrier?
Very close, directly above.
I'm not going to take the shot. I'm too worried about hitting her.
What I will say from a mechanical point of view in D&D is there are no rules for accidentally hitting an ally.
Oh, right, okay.
If you rolled a natural 1, which is always a fail, I might rule that would potentially hit one of your friends or something unfortunate, but it is assumed by the rules of Dungeons & Dragons that you are competent enough that when there's a bit of separation between targets, you will not miss terribly.
Right. Okay, I will take a shot then. Little git.
Lovely. So roll a d20.
18.
That will definitely hit because you're also adding... see, where are your weapons? You're also adding a 5 to that. So roll me a 1d6 and add 3 to the result.
Oh, 1. And add 3 to the result, 4.
Okay, so your arrow does hit this weird little brain-like scurrying thing. It kind of cuts it across it kind of brings up one of the little limbs to protect its brain, and the arrow glances off at that limb, cutting through its kind of wiry, leathery skin, and there's a little splatter of dark blood across the statue behind it. That is your turn. You have about 10 feet of movement left. If you wanted to go through the window, you could.
Yes, I'd like to, please.
Lovely.
Are you coming, Wendy?
Yeah, when it's my turn.
Yeah, no, I mean, are you going to follow me?
Oh, yes. I probably will, yes.
Cool.
All right, so I'll move you to the other map. You're not that big. So you're about there now. Kind of just come out. There's some bushes in front of you, a path a little way on, and at that statue over there, you can see Farrier and this thing. So let's move the whole map over to that one. Okay, next up is Alan Shaw.
Okay, Koki. So
So you heard a scream. Your friend Jack just went up to the window, fired their short bow out of it, and then climbed out the window.
So, I was already on the other side of that window, wasn't I? So I'm guessing I'm about 80 feet away.
Yeah, I think I thought you climbed back in to chat to people about.
Oh, I just kind of stuck my head through.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're still just outside it. So I'll make sure you are on the map.
80 feet-ish?
Yeah, it is 80 feet from the window to the thing.
So I will use my action to dash.
Fantastic. So you can move your token yourself if you want, or I can move it for you. So you'll be able to move 60 feet if you dash.
20.
How big are the squares?
60.
The squares are all 5 feet square. So 5 by 5.
So I can't quite get close enough, but on the next round, I'll try and get to Faria.
Absolutely, because that uses your movement and your action. So that is, unless you have a bonus action to use, that's pretty much your turn.
No, I don't really. No, that's probably me.
All right, so Wendy, you are still inside the room. Everyone else has left. One person fired an arrow out of it first. You heard a scream. What do you do?
I follow.
Lovely.
Straight out the window. With my -1 dex.
I'm not going to make you roll for getting out the window. It is not too difficult, and you're no longer that concerned about messing things up in the room.
Correct.
So let's...
Finally torn yourself away from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say it's going to take you 20 feet of your movement to get out the room and out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So that will put you... paste. That puts you there with 10 feet of movement remaining. You can take an action to dash, or you could use your action to make an attack if you have a ranged weapon or spell.
How... What's the range of my grappling hook?
Yes. What a good question. I will say that it's... The equipment you would be using
too long
at level 1, yeah. I think you would effectively have, when we're looking at starting equipment, right? You would have a grappling hook and 50 feet of rope. So I'm going to say you could at maximum throw kind of fire or throw your grappling hook 50 feet.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be quite in range this turn.
Sure. So I reckon that I wouldn't ever try and reach that limit unless in dire circumstances, because I am not the most graceful of paladins. I think I will probably use my action to... Can I dash and draw my sword at the same time?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Drawing a weapon is a free object interaction.
Cool. I will do that then. Just make it
super. So you can move yourself another 40 feet total. So that's 8 squares.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Go on, Wendy, have at it.
Wendy smash.
Okay, marvelous. So moving on, it is now Faria's turn, which means I need you to make a death saving roll, Hugo.
Okay.
So roll a d10. You don't add anything. You want a 10 or higher.
13.
Sorry, d20. Yes, yep. 13. You've succeeded on your first death saving throw. This works for those who don't know. If you succeed in 3 death saving throws, you are stabilized, which means you're still not conscious, but you are not in danger of death. If you fail 3, then you die. On a natural 20, you automatically come back up to consciousness on 1 hit point. On a natural 1, you fail 2 death saving throws. So, unfortunately, sorry about this, Hugo, that is your turn.
Yep, it's okay.
It is now the things go. So, yeah, this thing is just going to jump down off the statue. It's going to move over to Alan. And the first thing it's going to do is it kind of just scrabbles up your leg and tries to rend you with its little claws, just rending your leg and stomach. So it's going to make an attack roll. That's a 15. What's your armor class?
14, that is.
Oh
All right.
We're dropping like flies.
Cool. So that's going to do 6 damage to you. 6
no.
slashing damage as it just rends you down your thigh.
Ow, you little git!
It is then
Hold on, Alan. We're on our way.
no!
because it can kind of sense it. Kind of again, it doesn't have eyes, so it's weird that it looks up at Wendy running towards it. And it's gonna move 1, 2, so 10 feet towards you. So Alan, you get, if you want, to use your reaction to make an opportunity attack.
I certainly will. I'll just do an unarmed strike and just throw a kick at it.
Marvelous. Make your roll.
I thought you said throw a Kit Kat then.
Throw a kick at it. Take
Yeah, this
that.
is establishing 2 things about this world. Kit Kats exist. The branded chocolate Kit Kat, and that it is an improvised melee weapon. Well done.
Yeah, when we say
Like throwing stars, you have to
Yeah.
break it in half and then throw each one individually.
Yeah, so it's a 4-shot item. What did you roll on your attack?
That's only an 11?
Is that with your modifiers?
Yeah.
That just misses it. So it kind of crouches down and your kick goes over it
How
as
big
you
is it,
swing
just out of
wildly.
interest?
It is very small. So it's about the size of a human brain with legs.
Okay.
So anything ranging from me to David
Yeah.
with legs.
And then as it looks up at Wendy, I'm going to ask Wendy to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Come on, you've got this. You've got this.
Just
You're good.
I have mental discipline. Just as an FYI.
And that gives you advantage on intelligence saving throws. Am I right?
Resistance to psychic damage.
Ah, cool. That's
So-
very good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's useful.
And it's
So,
advantage on wisdom saving throws that you have from dual mind.
yes. That
So
is.
yeah, roll 1d20 and add your intelligence saving throw modifier.
Okay, so I have rolled a 13 plus 1, which is 14.
Okay, marvelous. Nothing happens. You feel this thing reach out with its kind of malign intellect, but your mental fortitude is strong. It just bounces off you. Okay, it's now Jack's turn. So Jack, you're seeing this thing has scuttled along the floor and has attacked Alan and has kind of done a weird eyeless glare at Wendy. What would you like to do?
Drawing my rapier, run towards it.
Cool. So what I'll say is you have a move action with which you can move 30 feet, so 6 squares. If you want to also attack, then you would not be able to get within melee range of it this turn. So your options are you could use your action to dash and get within melee range of it, or you could use your movement to get 30 feet closer to it and then fire your short bow again.
I want to get up to it.
Cool.
I wanna get my
So
hands on the little-
you dash, so you run across. Do you want to move yourself or shall I move you?
Yeah, I'm moving myself for the first time. So do I get to move an extra, 2?
You get to move a total of 12 spaces. There we go. You're right up next to it.
Yep.
Super. And I don't believe as a level 1 rogue that you have any bonus actions yet. So it is Alan's turn. Alan, this thing has just slashed your thigh and run off. It's now between you, Jack, and Wendy, so you've almost got it surrounded. But also, you know that Faria is behind you by the statue.
Yeah, I'm just going to head over to Faria. Can I make a medicine check to see if I can help out?
100% can.
What's my medicine thing? I keep flitting between using D&D Beyond and rolling manually. I need to pick one, really.
Your
That's
medicine, I
a
believe, is plus 2.
15. Yeah.
Great. So that is enough to stabilize Faria. So you kind of investigate. Faria, it seems to be bleeding from the nose and the ears in a very similar fashion to what happened. What you saw from the guy in the office, and what does how do you think Alan does to help someone who suffered this kind of psychic shock to their system?
Cup of tea.
Just shove both fingers up her nose, whichever's. If she's got like a nosebleed, just be like,
Yeah. So remember as well, Faria is kind of a vulpine person as well. So you've got this very delicate nose that you just start sticking your fingers up, and it's almost, I think it's more like the shock of this than anything else that stops this, that stabilizes Faria, because even in this kind of semi-conscious state where you're bleeding into the ground, you kind of half feel this. You're like, no, my nose is sensitive.
God.
Great.
Is it wet, Alan? Is the nose wet?
It's cold. Is it supposed to be cold or warm? I can't remember which way round it is.
So I'm just going to move your token over there. So you're next to Faria, and that is your movement and your action.
Yeah,
so
I'm just going to bonus action second wind just to heal myself up a little bit.
Lovely, excellent use of that fighter feature. So just, add those hit points back on. So it is now Wendy's turn.
Wendy smash. Have I, as not an action, can I see Faria moving, sitting up, anything like that? Because what I do will be based on whether I think Faria is stable.
No, you can see Alan tending to Faria. Faria's not really come round to consciousness again, but doesn't seem to be in immediate danger of death.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to try and hit the brain on legs with my sword, I think.
Marvelous. So move yourself that one step closer, or wherever you want to be that's within melee range. So just as long as you are adjacent to it, you're fine.
Yeah.
Great. And roll your d20.
So my 19. No, 16. Sorry, 16.
That will still hit.
Yes.
So roll your damage. So that's 1d8 plus your strength bonus.
I should have had the d8 out. Do I have a d8? 1 second. No, that's a d12. That is a good question about the d8, Mr.
It's
GM.
a d8 plus 3. You can roll it on roll 20 if you want.
Yes, I can, can't
like,
I?
/ roll space d8.
Okay, 1 second. Oh.
All right. So that is 7 damage total. So again, you slash it, you kind of slash. I think what happens is, it raises the little limb to protect itself against your cutlass as you slash at it. And you cut one of its little claws off and then slash through it and do a slash across the brain.
Cool.
And so kind of this this ichor starts to rise up out of that slash, kind of thick, inky.
Okay.
This thing was looking a bit hurt so far.
Does anybody think we should be trying to arrest it?
No.
Amazing. So at this point, kind of hearing the kerfuffle out here, you see one of the windows from the first floor opens, and a professor looks out. She looks kind of middle-aged, tight bun, academic robes, and she kind of tries to work out what on earth is going on down here, and rolls very highly on her insight check. And so does not get the wrong idea, and looks at Faria, who's injured on the ground, and starts casting a spell, and this kind of lyrical, kind of musical incantation spills out of her lips. The sounds almost seeming to the syllables almost glowing in the air as they stream down towards Faria, and Faria recovers 4 hit points.
Wow, nice.
So you are conscious and on 4 hit points.
Yeah.
And it is now your turn.
Nice. All right.
Is that the first thing that Faria says when she wakes up? That'd be great. Just sits up, just goes, I'm pissed off.
I am pissed off. Okay.
Get your fingers out of my nose.
Yeah.
No, it's more. Get your fingers on my nose.
We're going to have a chat about some tabaxi physiology, all right?
And personal space issues.
Yeah.
It's been mentioned before.
Okay, I am going to... What have I got? My cantrips.
Hugo's got a plan.
I've got a ton of cantrips that
Hugo's
I'm
always
able
got
to
a
use.
plan.
Okay, in my dazed state, I still recognize the fact that this horrible-looking brain blade kind of thing kind of screwed me over. So I'm going to make a ranged attack with produce flame at it.
Very good. Now, is that an attack roll, or does that initiate a saving throw?
It is an attack roll. It's a ranged spell attack.
Amazing. So yeah, roll that d20 and add your proficiency bonus and your charisma modifier.
Okay. It's not very much. Charisma +5, 3, 8, and so that is 10.
That'll miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So this arcane kind of spout of flame shoots off, appears in your hand, and you throw it at this thing, and it misses and hits a rose bush on the other side of the quad, and a gardener who has been working on the far side, and also kind of cowering from this fight happening because they want nothing to do with this, just goes, "Oi!"
Look, I'm in a bit of a state, all right? Give me a minute.
No excuse to not respect nature.
I'm nature, thanks. Didn't respect me, did it?
Your face is nature.
That's a weird flex. I am nature.
And now it is the thing's turn.
No.
Let me just. So it's going to again try and take a slash with its claws at Wendy, who's just hit it with a cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 17. Will that hit?
No.
Oh, nice.
18 armor class.
So yeah, you get your shield down. It kind of scrabbles and scratches at your shield, but it doesn't hit you. It's then going to turn.
Sorry, can I just confirm? Now that I've got my shield on, I cannot use my grappling hook. Just as an FYI.
If you want to use your grappling hook, then I will say that you're basically no longer using the kind of buckler you've got strapped to your arm, and thus you will not have the AC bonus from that. So
Okay,
basically, choose on each round if you want to switch from using your shield to using your hook.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And that can be an object interaction for you.
Cool.
So it's then going to look up again. It kind of twists round, and the brain points in Jack's direction. Can Jack also please make me an intelligence saving throw?
Yeah. Hold on, I need to open my thing again. There we go. I think I'm going to do well with this.
Oh, you said the words.
I did, didn't I?
So you've got +6 to this.
Yes.
Come on.
Jack is smart.
18 + 6.
Oof.
Wow.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, you again feel this thing directing this malign force into your consciousness. But it does not pierce the kind of fog of breakfast booze and general resentment and the sharp mind hiding beneath. And realizing that things have seemed to be turning against it as it tries to attack two of you and just doesn't manage to get through either physically or psychically, it starts to scuttle away. So it's going to go there.
Do we have an attack of opportunity?
You absolutely will. So but it's going to scrabble towards the drain. Yes. Sorry, I'll put it back here. Make a grapple.
Because if I can do that, maybe I can. Because just thinking about like the size of a brain and the size of a grappling hook that's kind of to replace a hand.
Yeah.
Just like trying to.
That feels reasonable. Oh, that's why you were doing that earlier.
Yeah.
Hugo, when you're editing this out, can you just focus on Sarah's screen when she's giving it this? That'd be great.
I think we found the thumbnail for this particular episode.
Sarah, please roll me an athletics check to grapple this thing.
Okay, so athletics. So it's +3, which is good because that's my strength.
And it will try and resist with its acrobatics.
Okay. Here we go. Natural 20.
Hey!
That
wait,
one.
I'm not. Wait. Let me just to prove.
Get in.
That's 20 right there. Love it. And that definitely beats a 10. So you kind of get your hook up around it and just scoop this brain up. And
So we have arrested it.
And it tried to get away, but it's stuck right there for now. And that is now Jack Pliarkin's turn.
That is the best feeling in the world.
I think you do. Jack doesn't get an attack of opportunity because grappling it stopped it from leaving, and wouldn't trigger that. So, but it's now your turn.
So, shall I stick a knife in it, chapasses, or shall I try and interrogate it?
I have some very strong feelings about this thing, but it's in your jurisdiction right now.
I'd like to try and get some information from it.
Cool. And I think anyone else want to chip in here, either Craig or Sarah? Either of you probably have time to say something.
I have mind link. So
I think you're all absolutely insane already. So yeah, sure, why not? We'll talk to the brain on legs.
I love this. Okay, so I'm going to say if you want to pursue this course of action, this would basically mean Jack and Alan delaying their turns until after Wendy's.
Yes, please.
So I just move you. I'm just going to move you down.
I'm threatening it with my.
Yeah, stay close.
Actually, can I intimidate it?
Oh yeah. So I know I will put your initiative back.
Can you hear my dogs?
Yes.
Yeah, make me an intimidation check. So roll that d20, add your charisma bonus and your and your proficiency bonus, which is +2 and +3. So yeah, you're adding 5 to this.
I got a 10.
All right, 15. Let's see what this thing rolls on its insight to resist. It rolled a natural 1.
Oh
yes.
It was just shocked at the.
Weirdly, like you know that this thing is smart because of what it's been doing, but there's been no indication that it can really understand you until you kind of point your knife at it. And what does this intimidation look like? Does Jack say something or what happens?
We are about. I tell it we are going to kill you unless you just stop trying to hurt us. And
yeah,
then you're going to answer this nice lady's question.
So you feel a presence on the edges of your mind. It's not aggressive like it was before. It's definitely it's frightened and kind of skittish, but also compliant. And it kind of like curls up into a little ball within Wendy's hook.
Oh, look at it.
Wait, did we just get a pet?
Got a pet brain.
I have animal handling.
Pet intellect devourer. Yeah, that's a dodgy pet.
Aren't pets all intellect devourers once they sit on your lap? Like, whoa.
True. I mean, it's like basically just a normal cat then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.